Hello everybody, welcome to the stream. How is everybody doing today? Today we're going to be working on making some cool 3D stuff, just messing around in it. Possibly for a tutorial eventually. I'm working in Fusion a bunch today. I'm using some 3D models and stuff like that. I'll take a little bit to load just because they're pretty high poly. Welcome everybody who's new. Let's go ahead and size this down a little bit. It's coming in huge. I do not want it to be quite that big. I got this model off of productioncrate.com. I just updated the description, so if you guys want that, you guys can see it. It's one of their island models. It's a little slow inside of Davinci, but we'll see what we can do. Hey, what's up? If you have any questions, go ahead and let me know. I will be happy to help. Let's get that about right there. Now if we check shadows, it'll also enable lighting. And we can see the island volcano effect that we have here. There we go. Alright, I'm going to start working on some textures for this. So I've got just the color map here. So we'll put this into a word node. And now if we connect this up, as you can see, that will load the texture onto our island. As you can see, the specular highlights aren't quite right. Maybe we want to use a cook tolerance node instead. There we go. That's looking better. So the wart node is better for like glass and stuff like that, while the cook tolerance will be better for objects that aren't going to be as reflective. Yeah, this is going to be kind of laggy. We've got our luminance map here, so let's go ahead and hook all this up. We're going to have to go ahead and change the playback to like half res. And our GPU memory is full. That's great. These are 8K images, so that'll fill it up pretty fast. Welcome everyone who is new to the stream. Here's our island so far. It's a little bright. I'll take off that luminance. I feel like a lot of this is just going to be waiting for it to load, which is going to be kind of annoying. If anyone has any questions, go ahead and let me know in the chat. Ah, there we go. That's looking nice, huh? Let's see if this will catch up. Welcome from South Africa. All right. I'll be right back. Let's go ahead and reload Davinci here. 5 minutes in, we're already crashing it. I wonder if I should lower the resolution of those island photos. I might have to do that. I think we should do that. Okay. Let's see here. I'm just going to start sharing my window again. And we're going to bring these textures down to 4K. Yeah, that did not import right. Have to drag it up top here. So there we go. As you can see, it's a very high resolution texture. So just to speed it up for the stream, I'm just going to export it and set this to, let's say, 4,000 pixels. There. Okay, export. Alright, objects. This is going to be nature. Yeah, here we go. And I'll save them all right in that. So what I'm doing here is just making it a lower resolution file so that it'll be easier in DaVinci. And then I can pipe in the high-res files later on. Yeah, it doesn't look, in the Davinci Resolve Discord server, there's supposed to be a bot that'll announce whenever someone uploads a video or starts a stream like this, and it is not doing it. I'm kind of upset about that. So now I don't have as many people watching. Alright, let's go ahead and open this up. And now we can use our low poly textures if DaVinci loads without crashing, which would be ideal. Let's go ahead and delete these two textures because those are way too high res. And I'll just delete them out of the media pool. There we go. And now import all of these one by one here. Let's see if this will come up. There we go. So now we have our island all textured. Ah, there it is. That would be the stream. Oh, what? The thumbnail it shows was when Davinci Resolve is crashing. It's kind of funny. Hey, what's up? I'm doing good. How about you? Welcome back to the stream. Alright, there we go. We've got our island. Now if we put shadows and stuff on, it's going to look a lot better. There we go. Alright. So this is working a lot better this time. So what I'm going to do now is make some more water, because this doesn't look that good, right? So here, let's actually come in to this media and modify it so that that looks blue. It'll just be easier to blend everything together. So let's just stop viewing that, and let's grab like an ultra here. Okay, we'll pipe this in separately, view that, and select that tan color. There we go. And now if we come through and invert the matte, oh wait, that's not what we want. I mean, we can invert it just to view what's going on here. There, okay. So now let's throw this into a bitmap node. Making sure it comes into the yellow input, and then invert it. There we go. And now if we have a background, merge these up like so, and have the bitmap. Actually, the ultra keyer needs to get it from the media in. And do something like that. This background needs to be the same res. There we go. So now we have to invert this actually. There. Now it is correct. So now if we grab like a blue, that'd work. I wonder how this is looking on the mesh. You uploaded a video, that's cool. So that's not looking bad. I guess what that is supposed to be is just like the sand. So I guess we could leave that, because that might make it look more realistic in the end, which is what we want. So let's go ahead and leave that for right now. And now I'm just going to grab a shape. This is going to be a plane. And we're going to make this into like water. So if we just go ahead and scale this up, we'll want this to be like 20, if not more. Rotate it on the z-axis, -90 degrees. I'm just going to move this FBX mesh so that it is in the center. There we go. And now the shape we will just bring up to about there, to the water height. And now what we're going to do is go ahead and make a fast noise node. And we will make this 4000 by 4000. And what this is going to be is the texture for the water to make it so that there's like waves and stuff. So we'll just bring the scale all the way out. And now after the shape, if we had to displace 3D, there we go. And view the merge. As you can see, it is popping up a little bit. But we want there to be a less displacement. And the shape needs to have a lot more subdivisions. Let's do 500. There we go. That's looking a little better. I'll just bring the scale way down. Looks like we can get away with about 250 subdivisions, which is nice. We don't want too many of those. Alright, now if we animate the fast noise a little bit. We're gonna have like animated waves, which would be cool. Would you guys like this to be as like a final tutorial, or like as a tutorial? Like creating like a 3D shot, making it look as realistic as possible. All right. I gotta keep enabling shadows here. There we go. My keyboard keys download. Oh. My keyboard shortcut pack? I will look at that. Thank you for letting me know. I was forgetting what pack you were talking about for a second there. Okay, so let's work on making a water texture. Let's see if there's any in the effects library. They have some shaders. Is there any like water? Doesn't look like it. Okay, we're gonna have to make our own then. That's fine. So let's see. Let's use a ward and a reflect. Okay. Oh, I forgot. Okay. Yeah, that. I'll have to go through and change that. Thanks for letting me know. Okay. I need to find a 360 photo of sky. Let's just find one on Google here. I like this one, except that's low res. Let's find a high resolution one. Does anyone know like a good spot to get 360 photos? Let's see, free. Let's try and find one here. Actually, I might have one. Let me just look at this. If I go to my documents, I have video copilots stuff. It'd be pro shaders maybe. Oh wait, no. Materials, environment. There we go. I wonder if they just have like a plain sky one. It doesn't look like it. Here we go. Oh, this is a paid one. That stinks. Okay. Sorry this is taking so long. I'm just trying to find a good one. Maybe should have done this before the stream. .360 sky. So I mean I found some, it's just they're not that high resolution. And I kinda want a high resolution one. Welcome to the stream. I am currently just trying to make like a 3D island effect. So as you can see I have a nice model right here, and right now I'm trying to search for a 3D sky texture and not having that much luck. You know what, I'm just gonna grab one of these. It's not super high resolution, but we'll see if we can get away with it at the moment. So here it is. So if we take this, put it into a sphere map. Right now I'm setting up reflections. So you need to do a sphere map, and then I'll put this into the reflect. And now if I view it, it's not working. I put it in the wrong spot. It needs to come in as the color. There we go. And then in the ward, I will bring in a background and make this like a bluish. Light blue. Just to simulate like water. So now if this comes in the shape, and if we view that, we kind of have a water looking effect, which is cool. How's that looking? You guys think? Is that pretty good? I'm thinking maybe a little bit darker of a blue. Maybe something like that. Could even up the reflections a little bit. There. That's looking pretty good. Does anyone know how to make it so that stuff like 3D objects have reflections on each other? Like if I wanted this island to reflect in the water. Does that make sense? Oh, and also we probably want to make this background like a little bit transparent so we can kind of see the, or maybe just the shape. Is there an easy way to do that? Yeah, no. Yeah, so does anyone know a way to have like the island reflecting on the water? To add that somehow to this? Let me know if you do, because that would be helpful. I wonder though, if you use not a sphere map, a spherical camera. How did I know to make water with a 360 sky photo? Well, so that's one of the things, like if I didn't have that 360 sky photo, as you can see that wouldn't look that good because it's just blue. And that's going to be the easiest way to do it. You need reflections in water, since water is very reflective. So I'm going to try using a spherical camera. Okay, I'll merge these up here. Actually, I only want to have this FBX mesh coming into here. So there, okay. And then with the spherical camera, I'll bring this out into a render node. Huh. So now if I'm just gonna set that to OpenGL, it should be a little faster. But if we have this going into a sphere map, would there be any way to combine these two sphere maps? Maybe if we just merge these up. What effect is that going to give? Yeah, it's not helping. Okay. But the sky is not water. So yeah, so I'm just trying to, how do I explain this? So I have a background that's like the color of the water coming into a ward, which is the 3D texture thing. And then I'm having this photo come into a sphere map, which makes it so you can do reflections and into a reflect node. So now this is the water's texture, so that like if I were to use a picture of an ocean, it wouldn't look right because the ocean doesn't reflect on itself. The ocean would reflect on the sky. And then after this, I put a displace effect on it to give it like the waves. And that's just coming from this fast noise node. Hopefully I explained that okay. Yep. Okay, back to the problem. I could use a material merge. If I merge that up, I have another ward. Or another reflect. No, I do need a ward. Like that. And then this render will come into a sphere map. Then that comes in as the color material. And boom. Now if this comes into the material merge, we can blend between the two. But yeah, I don't think that's going to be at the right position. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know if I can do that. If anyone knows anything about that, please let me know, because that will help solve this effect. For now, what could we do? I think we could just flip it. Would that work? No, that wouldn't be right. Because I really want to get these reflections going. I'll take a screenshot. Yeah, actually. I'm just going to look through the effects library and some of the tools here to see if there's any tools that will help us with this. Let's come down to texture. So we have different maps. Forgot that if you click on them, it comes out. What's this one? No, it's not what I was wanting. But anyways, I'm gonna go through and let's work on some more of this. Let's get a render node. Boom. We should actually maybe get some lighting going on here. We'll grab a spotlight. Make sure both those are enabled here. We'll say use target, so it'll always point at the center. That'll just make it easier for positioning. Do shadows get cast on water? Pretty sure. I mean, usually not. Yeah, it doesn't look right. I'm just going to take it away. So we'll just come into the word. They're not affected by shadows. Actually, we have to do that in the lighting here. Shadow receiver. There we go. Okay, so now let's come into the spotlight and go ahead and bring up the intensity. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I really want to know how to do those reflections. That'd be really cool to figure out how to do. I'm gonna look it up quick. Here we go. I found a tutorial. Let me just skim through this here quick. Okay, so he has like 2 different cameras set up. It's kind of cool how he has it set up. I don't know how he's doing it exactly though. Here, why don't I show it to you guys as well here. So let's see. Let's just get this muted. So he goes through on how to make it right up in here. So he adds the 2 cameras and he merges them up. He has to transform to the 2nd camera. Okay. Oh wait, what was that he just did? Okay, so on the offset here, let's see. It's going through frame by frame because it was only on for like 0.2 seconds. Okay. So we did animate, translate, group. Okay, let's try and set this up. So I'll just delete that camera. No, that's not it. Grab a camera, then I'll grab a second one. And add a transform 3D. And if we do animate, translate, group, there we go. Let's actually undo that. Come to the first frame. Then animate that. There. Okay, then he connects it to the camera 3D one. I'll definitely go through and make a tutorial on this, where I actually go through and explain it once I figure it out. There we go. Okay, so now they're tied together. Got it. That's pretty cool. How's he get them to lock together, though? That's a question. I'm just going to get to the point that he's at before I start forgetting this. Okay, so he had all these connected. Let's go ahead and merge these up. Then he has 2 renderers. I'm just going to set these to OpenGL. Let's add in a second render, and what he's using is the 2D, well, both of these have the Z channel enabled, and what that allows you to do is grab a merge node and then do enable depth merge. Okay, just a cool little thing. Okay, so it said use target on these. Use target. Let's go drag this back. So both the cameras should be following this, and then the one, yeah, there we go. So render 3D 1, that's going to be camera 1. Render 3D 2, that is going to be camera 2. Now if we view this merge, can I click on it? There we go. I'm not sure this is going to give us the effect that I want. Let's see, what else did he do then? I know he did something with the scale on one of these. The transform 3D set the scale to be -1. Okay. Okay, so render 1, render 2. Can't even see it. Okay. Oh, I see. Look at that. That's cool. Okay, so transform 3D 1 needs to be a 180-degree rotation. There we go, that's lining up. Okay, so it just says use target on that. Okay, use target. There we go. Yeah, so I mean, that's kind of a cool way of doing it. It's not exactly the way that we wanted. It's really cool, actually. But, we could set this up to be a separate render pass. So let's go ahead and disconnect all of that. There we go. And I want to remove this sand texture. I don't like it. And we don't want reflections being caused off of that, so let's just go ahead and take that out. Boom. That's a trippy effect now. And so this is the one that we'd apply all the displacement to. So we'd merge that up. And then... Alright, so this is where the node graph is going to get very complicated. Okay, so we want the first camera here to come up, come into this displace. Then we'll add another render and bring the output channel to Z. So now if we merge these up like that. Okay, now we can see this, okay? But is there going to be a way? To make like the water a little transparent. If we just come in the blend mode. Actually, wait a minute, we don't want the depth merge. If we turn that off and flip it, that's kind of our effect. And now, after this render is where we'll add like a blur effect. So we can blur it. So I just got pinged about something. That's good at the moment. Okay. Yeah, let's add a blur in. And then use a background to make a gradient. So we'll use just gradient, and we'll have the start one at the bottom. So let's do 0.5, 0. Then the end one is going to be at 0.5, 1. There we go. Now that's going to be the mask on the blur. And if we blur that. Okay, that's not exactly working out how I thought it would. Shouldn't that work? I'm confused now. What kind of blurs do we all have? Just use like a tilt shift. Okay, so why is this background not doing anything? Does this need to be transparent for it to work? There we go. Okay, so we want this to come down a little bit more. Something like that. Then we can also add a blur. Boom. Okay, but I don't know how this is going to work when you start it. Excuse me, moving the cameras around. So there we go. We got an island reflection, finally. That's pretty cool. Okay, we gotta somehow use a locate to know exactly where the reflection is. So let's do this. We're gonna add in 2 shapes into here, okay? So let's see, where's the first shape gonna be? First shape we want all the way at the bottom. And we also wanna grab this island. Let's see, where's the island? Boom. And we just wanna move this down all the way to the ground plane. Why is that not loading in the viewer? If I just grab the Y and set this back to its oh, not the default. It's too far down. There we go. Okay. So now this shape is going to be a sphere. Bring the subdivisions down all the way. Bring the radius down. And what this is going to be is just at the bottom. Okay, we can bring the radius all the way down too. So this is going to be locate 1. Copy that, paste that. And change this to locate 2. So this is kind of hard to explain right now. But I'll show you in a second here. So let's just bring the second locate all the way. Whoops. Let's make sure we're grabbing the right one. So second locate all the way up to the top of the mountain here. Okay, and on both of these we want to do unseen by camera under visibility. Okay, and now let's grab these and bring them down here. So now let's grab the locate 3D tool, or locator. And now so we need the scene input. Okay, so let's just go ahead and do that and bring it up to the render 3D 2. Okay, and then we want the target. So let's do locate 1 and boom. And now let's just copy this, paste it, and do the same thing but with locate 2. So now theoretically, if we come into the gradient and connect this to locate 1, position, locate 2, position. That will always be tied to where those points are. Oh wait, did I put this on the wrong one? Nope, put that on the right one. Okay, so now if we view this and take the camera, go ahead and start moving it. What happened to our reflection? Where'd that go? Ah. Yeah, so see, it's tied to the wrong points. That's the issue. So if we just add a transform after this and do a flip, will that work? We'll have to invert these points. Let's add in the blur node and have this come in. And then also come in, add a displace. And we can probably, yeah, let's just make a new fast noise. Have this come in as the foreground. So just add some more fraction of that. Add a little bit of seethe to this. And then we can have this come in as the mask. Wait a minute. How is that affecting? I see. Yeah, this is getting to be pretty complicated. Does anyone else have any suggestions in the chat? How about if we just go like that? That fixed it. Let's come into the merge. Now that is kind of working. Okay, we need this plane on the bottom to be bigger. Let's do 50. Bring up the subdivisions. There we go. That's going to be a little bit more leggy. So that still is like too much detail for me. Let's just add some more displacement. There. Yeah, it's not looking good. Let's offset it in, just like that. We need to reset the keyframes for this. There we go. Hopefully these are still linked. No, they're not. Let's just go through into the spline editor and delete all those. There we go. Set this out and play it. How's it looking to you guys so far? So I'm not really liking the fade off too much. Let's come into this one. Okay. I think we're just gonna go with that for right now, to be honest. Right, so we're gonna put the sun right up back in here. So let's go ahead and take the spotlight and move this to the appropriate position. There we go. And looks like we need to enable lighting and shadows in a bunch of these. Lighting and shadows, lighting and shadows. And this one. Okay. But we also want like to have an ambient light. Looks like we need to grab my spotlight and bring that into that one. There we go. That's looking good. I like that displacement. If you come to the specular here, let's just spread it on the U. Bring down the intensity a bit, maybe. There we go. Now let's go ahead and hook up this ambient light. Boom. And bring this up a bit. Just so we can still see detail in the volcano here. I don't know if we want it to be in the water. There we go. So now what we can also do is have this locator tied to a lens reflection. So first, let's take this and make another. I'm just thinking about how I want to do this. Let's make another sphere. If we bring that into here. There. Yep, that'll work. Okay. And set this to be a sphere. Come into the cameras. Now if we get this at the right angle. I think it'd be cool if we could see the sun in the background. There, so about right up here should be good. And then in the shape, we can just bring up the radius. There we go. And then this one does not receive lighting or shadows. There we go. Okay. And now if we add another locate, hopefully this will be the last one. We'll put this one right here and have that shape come into it. After all of this, we can add a lens reflection or a lens flare. Let's just merge these up. Let's grab one of these. So lens flares. I just like going through and trying them out then. Because there's like 40 of them and To be honest, not a lot of them look that good. At least for most situations. And then we could connect that to locator 3D2 position, and that works. There we go. But I don't like this lens flare, so I was just gonna test it. I could maybe use that one if we... Yeah, no. Let's just try lens flare 1. Lens flare 1 could work. Except it doesn't really have any of these. Oh, it does. There we go. I just have to turn them on. Let's keep looking. There we go. Never mind. Does anyone know any of these that look pretty good? Ooh, this one could work. Oh, maybe not. Let's remember that. That was V5. V7. V8. So I'm wondering, can you see that in the reflection? You can. That's cool. Let's come to the shape and have this set to orange. Yeah, how do we make it just so that that glows? You know what? We're not gonna have... We're just gonna leave that at white for now. That's gonna be easier. That's a little intense, don't you guys think? So here we could say hotspot size. Yeah, let's use this one. We'll just bring down the strength and adjust it. There we go. So now the cool thing about this is depending on where the camera is, depends on where the lens flare is. Stop playing that. So now if we grab the camera and move it, as you can see, the lens flare will change. And we want to customize it so this actually looks right. So hotspot size. Okay. Let's go ahead and animate the camera here. Okay, so we got keyframes on all that. Then let's just come to the end. Have this so it like rotated around. That'd be cool if we come into the middle here and then just drag this out. Now if we come into the camera controls, we can just hit S and that'll smooth it out. So we have a nice path for it. Okay, so now we should probably extend the ocean size a little bit more. go ahead and stop playing that. We don't need it. Let's bring this up to 100. Bring the subdivision 750. Add a little more detail to the fast noise. There we go, something like that. Isn't taking quite as long as I thought that it would to render. Okay, now let's go ahead and add in a fog. What's going on with this? The scale is all messed up. Okay, we need to clean up this node setup a little bit. Let's go ahead and drag this over here. Let's have all the locate stuff down at the bottom here. Okay. The actual scene. This would be the cameras. This would be the light. Ambient light. And then we also want these lights. Select all this, drag it up. There, so at least that's a little bit neater, easier to find stuff. Okay, so back to the fog. We mainly just want the fog on this one, right? So let's just go fog. Oh, I gotta view it, that's why. The far plane, so this is when it's gonna start fading off. Yeah, so let's make it like a sky blue. That'd be nice. And make that like that. How's that look? Let's go ahead and just add some keyframes on this. The far plane and then the near plane. Or we can just do something like that. I think we want ambient light to be up a little bit more. Because I want to be able to see some of the detail in this island. There we go. Let's add a glow in. Bring the glow amount down, bring the glow size down a little bit. Maybe put this before water. There, glow. Up the glow amount. Yeah, it's not working. Okay, never mind. So I really don't like that, the fog. Here, is it soft clip? Or, no. Soft Yeah, soft clip. Oh yeah, this needs to go into the camera. So where's this camera at? Okay, and then in the camera, let's just come over here. Let's get it so it starts eating away at our little mock-up ocean here. Let's view this merge. So it should already be doing that. Say about right there. Huh. That's kind of interesting. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and add the photo in as the background. So how should we do this? I'll put it into a sphere. And we'll probably want it to come into this one. There we go. And lighting, not affected by lights. Let's just crank up the radius. Maybe like 70. And now if we do visibility and then cull faces front, you can only see the inside of it. And let's have this come in. And there we go, that lines up pretty good. So now you can kind of see how the reflections work. There, but I still want a fall off on that. What's gonna be the best way to do that? I was thinking with the camera if you did that. Okay, let's see if I got it to start doing it again. Oh, but that'll cause the... Never mind. Maybe if we made the texture just fall off? No. Well, maybe. And I don't know if we want that. Okay, let's go ahead and try it. So, we'll make a new sphere map. Need this to still come into that. And with this one, we'll have a background. This is going to need to be... Oh, what's the resolution of this? 1600. Wait a minute. No, I'm doing this in the wrong spot. Let's find all that set up. We need to put this into the background. If it's at a soft edge. Let's view the background. There, that should fade it off, right? Kind of. Not really. Does anyone have any ideas on how to get this to fade off? I guess what we could do is add a bender node. Oh, that's weird. That's kind of a cool effect, not gonna lie. I think we need two. Let's put this into a merge 3D. There, and then do a bender? Question mark? Nope. Well, guess we could just resort to fog, unless, what happens if we just bring the size of this down? Does that make it look weird? If we add the soft clip to that, will that work? Guess we're gonna save it like that for now. I'm gonna go ahead and save this. So just add saver node, file name, island. Choose my location. Save it there, and then do save, and then Fusion render all savers. So this is gonna go ahead and render. We'll take a little bit. We'll see how long exactly. Something else we could add is depth of field. That might look pretty good. Welcome everybody who's new to the stream. How are you guys all doing today? We don't have that many people chatting. Let's see here. Yeah, so that won't take too long. It's already at 7% done. Does anybody have any questions about anything Davinci Resolve or about this project in particular? So let me know and I'll do my best to explain it. Yeah, I really don't like that harsh cutoff there. Thinking of how we could remove that. Could make the fog a green color and then green screen it out. But that'd be kind of difficult. But yeah. You guys have any suggestions? Oh, wait a minute. I see we're actually getting a bunch of chats here. Okay, so my YouTube Studio chat thing is glitched. So I missed all these. I'm sorry about that, guys. All right. Wonder how many of you guys are still here. Reflector plugins demo. Do I work in After Effects? I do not work in After Effects. I used to. All the time. And how do I think it compares for motion graphics? Both are really good. So it all depends. After Effects is a lot easier for the simple things, but Fusion is a lot more powerful when it comes to a little bit more complicated of things. And I just prefer the node-based workflow a lot. But yeah, they can both pretty much achieve the same effect, but this is a lot cheaper. No suggestions? Okay. The blur, the reflection. Yeah, the problem is I don't know, like, when these questions are coming through anymore. Yeah, 3D work is pretty complicated. Alright, I could use a shape 3D and then project it so it does not distort. I assume you're talking about the sky. That'd be a good idea. Hey, what's up? I just answered that, yeah. I included, yeah, I built all of that in Davinci Resolve. Except for, of course, like the textures. I didn't make the textures. I did not model that island. I got that off of productiongrid.com. There was a link down below. And yeah. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for still being here. I'm so sorry that my chat glitched like that. That's really annoying. That's really, really annoying. I'm glad that I went and checked on, like, the spot that you guys are watching from. I'll have to do that in the future. That's very annoying. Okay, so I think I'm gonna cancel this render now. It's rendered half of it, but it'll keep those files. So let me just go grab these. So the 50% that is done. And drag all these in. Did that not work? Okay, let's go ahead and then do or render the Fusion output. Man, I'm really upset at YouTube right now for that. Oh wait, no. If I come into Fusion, I need to turn off the auto proxy. It does that for some reason. I'm not sure why. I might have crashed Davinci again here. Which happens a good amount. Especially when working on the complex 3D stuff here. Okay, so now does anyone have any questions? Because I can actually see the chat. Yeah, it looks like Davinci's gonna crash. That is annoying. Here it goes. Okay, I'm just gonna hide my display and go ahead and close the program. And now I'm gonna reboot it. So have you guys heard about the Davinci Resolve video editing competition that's going to be happening soon. If you guys are part of the Discord server, you guys have probably heard about that. I'll go ahead and spoil some of it. So what it's going to be is you're going to make a certain commercial. I'm not going to say what it's on yet. And then once you're done, you'll submit it. And then it will have 8 judges. And they will give you certain ratings. And whoever has the most points will win a 1-year free subscription to Artlist. And then the second and third place will get my Motion Graphics Essentials pack. So that'll be a lot of fun. That's coming out on Sunday. I'm planning on releasing it 8 a.m. Central Time. Or Chicago time. Okay, how do I go about learning Fusion? It does not have a dense tutorial based compared to... Yeah, so a lot of it's just trial and error. Like, I'll see a cool effect that I want to do, and then I will search how to do it. I just watch a ton of Fusion tutorials, because even if the tutorial isn't on the thing that you want to learn, there's just lots of cool tips throughout the videos. Like, let's say the shift space command, bringing this up, or stuff like that. I can share this again. Just little things like that that really help with your workflow. Who are the judges? Can I say? Yes, I can say. Let's see. Did I have a list? There are a bunch of the YouTubers in the Discord. So I believe Billy Repka is gonna be one. Both the Darrens. Who else? Jason. I'll have them all linked once we do it, but it's gonna be they're all gonna be YouTubers that are in the Discord server. So you guys should go join the Discord server, because you will have to be a part of that to participate. That's how we're going to be submitting it. And overall, it's just a really cool place that you guys can get a bunch of Davinci Resolve knowledge. Alright, so that's looking pretty cool. We're gonna bring the proxy mode off again. That just crashed again. That'd be bad. That'd be bad. Yeah, so those are the judges. I don't know what happened to my list. Jay Lippman, he's another one. But yeah, it'll be fun. So you'll have like a week to complete it. So you guys should all participate. My chat still has not updated on the YouTube Studio page. Okay. Really, Davinci? How many times am I gonna have to restart it here? Yeah, it does. I'm gonna go through and change that, because I do not like it. Well, the color tab has a pretty cool one, but can't use those. Unless I want to manually keyframe them, which I don't want to do. And that's really difficult, especially when the sun or whatever the lens flare is coming from is not on, or in the view. Alright, Fusion is almost back up, or Davinci, not Fusion. Yeah, I've heard that too. I'm gonna think about getting that for projects like this, because I believe if you have the studio version of Resolve, you also get the studio version of Fusion. Well, Fusion 16. You can't get like a trial version anymore. Okay, but this is what we have. You know what, should I just generate optimized media? That might be the best option. Yeah, I hate that lens flare. Okay. So that's what we have. I mean, that looks pretty good. I just noticed though, look at the mountain. I don't think the light would reflect that much on it. But I'm really happy that I got that reflection figured out, like to that extent. I've never gotten that far. That's like super helpful. Okay, let's go ahead and figure this out. Oh, if I have the activation card. Okay, that stinks then. Because, yeah, I got the activation card because that's easier in my case. Man, I kind of wish I got the dongle now. Okay, so first step, delete the reflection or the lens flare. Boom. That already improves it. Proxy is on. Yeah, I'm glad that you enjoyed that. It's kind of fun to problem solve stuff like that in Fusion. Okay, what was I doing? Let's come over here. Where is this it? Yeah, this is it. Let's come in the cook tolerance and specular. Let's find that frame that there's a bunch of reflections. Yeah, it's right in here. There we go. That's what we need to get rid of. Alright, bring the intensity down. Bring the roughness up. Or maybe down. There, something like that. Okay. Man, I really want to get that water to fade off. Because I can't just extend it forever. The cone angle of the spotlight needs to go up. I just realized. Let's bring this up to about like 60. There we go. Yeah, because it's in spots like this that's super apparent. So if we uncheck this and then bring the near, then play around with this. Adaptive. Okay, let's go Tools, 3D, and check these out. Fall off. Oh no, that's not it. Where's this? There we go. So we just don't get the sky now, which is annoying. Unless, should we just make a separate render pass? That might be the best idea. So I have this shape. I'll grab this camera. Boom. Hook this up like that. Well, that's funky. What is going on here? That is not going to work. So, I mean, we could just do this for now. Let's copy this and Control Shift paste it here. Set it on top of this one. Boom. There. Let's go ahead and add some keyframes on this. I'm gonna try using my code in the Fusion Studio. There's like a lot of, it looks almost like noise on that. Let's bring that down. There we go. So that's looking a lot better. Should I add some depth of field, do you think? Why is it doing that? Do we need to add this after each render individually? That's kind of annoying. Okay, let's copy it. Control Shift pasting it as an instance. Why isn't that working? I'm not sure. I think we'll just leave it at this. Let this be the final effect. And I'm gonna go ahead and set up a saver node. And final. Well, let's actually find a lens lens flare, because I think it'd be cool to have one. Oh wow, it's a huge one. What was that, 30? Yeah. Is anyone gonna have any questions or anything before I end the stream? That's kind of interesting. So let's bring the hotspot or the primary strength down, maybe. Something like that. It's the center. Not liking that one either. That's interesting. Maybe I should learn just how to create my own lens flares in Fusion. Might be faster. Why am I... Remove the publish, connect to... There. So that'll add just a little something. Okay, now we'll add the saver in. Island 2, browse, and we'll go ahead and save this. Under all savers. Alright. Does anybody have any other questions? Otherwise, I will be ending the stream here. And I will go ahead and post this final video in the Discord server if you guys would like to see it. But yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and end this then. Yeah, thank you.